Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am driving the thing. Woo! I'm glad. So, what did we do to finish the MOT? Because I didn't film it. Well, I had to learn a little bit of German via Google Translate. The fault codes that IMPA were bringing up, one for the traction control issue, that just happened to be steering angle sensor control unit, which I reset, so that's all done. Airbag issue was, it stored a load of previous codes, 7 to be exact, and the 8th one happened to be the driver's door airbag wasn't plugged in. Obviously, as you saw from one of the videos, that I didn't actually plug it in. So that solved all the lights on the dash. What else to do? Yes, the exhaust. Now, obviously, because somebody had cut the catalytic converters and welded the cat section to the back, like to the rest of the exhaust. What we did was we cut on the weld, removed the old catalytic, well, the old shells, should we say? Removed those. We put the new ones in place, and instead of welding them up again, what we did was we used a clamp, because from factory these should be clamped. So all we've really done is just put the factory clamps back in it. Obviously sealed it all up, let it run. We've sealed the manifold, and the downpipes are all done. So she went in for her MOT. The only thing we had to do was align the headlights, which was going to happen. So now they're all done. That's the MOT done. It did go through on first go. Excuse my cough. Yeah, so it did go through first time, with 3 advisories, which was a ball joint dust cover was deteriorated, you know, not excessively, but yeah. So then we had a nail in the tyre, and we had brake pads wearing low on the front, but it still braked evenly. Still had plenty of braking capability. So I have got some new brake pads. I'm not going to fit them yet until I get some new discs. So, because obviously I'll do the front and I'll do the back at the same time. One thing I have noticed post MOT, and it's only just started happening today, got an ever so slight knock from an anti-roll bar on the passenger side, which I thought might be the case anyway, but obviously it was good enough. He couldn't find any excess play in it. So yeah, so we've sort of left it like that. So I've got them on order. They should be here by the end of the week. I should be able to go. So yeah, they should be here by the end of the week, and I'll get them fitted, and hopefully that will shut the little knock up. She's driving beautifully, no issues at all, apart from one little one I have noticed. Yet again, this has only just started happening, whether it's just the fact it's just lack of use. We've got an ever so slight rattle from the engine, like just a clunk, 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 clunk. It's a bit intermittent, but I don't trust it. So I'm currently on my way to go and see my friend who's very good with these engines, just because I haven't heard this noise before on any BMW that I've owned. And the M62s are renowned for timing chain guide failures. So we're just going to see what he has to say. Just make sure the chains are tight enough. If they are, then I would check all the tension is, everything for the auxiliary belt. If I still can't find the lock, what I will do is drop the sump once again. I mean, I've got to do it anyway, because also the M62 V8s are known for the oil pump coming loose, and the chain obviously slackening off as a result of that. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, get it checked first. If we suspect that it's the oil pumps come loose, then obviously I'll drop it again, which means oil out, sump out, so it means new gasket again. But I'm hoping that it's nothing too sinister. It can be dealt with pretty quickly. But other than that, she's driving straight. She's She's handling really well on the road. All right, the 16-inch tyres with what I call, I don't know, wheelbarrow wheels on it, so the tyres are so big on them. So yeah, so I've still got the 18s. They have been painted. I just need to get them polished, like obviously sand it back, polished, get some tyres on them, throw them on the car. That's about it really for the rebuild on this. She's finally on the road, and after 2 years of building this thing, I mean, I will drop some photos of the vehicle, obviously in its state before I took on the mammoth task of rebuilding it, and so you can sort of see the progress it's gone over. The front end. Now, I did say I was toying with the idea of painting it before the MOT. I didn't, and because I didn't want it looking like an absolute scruff when it went in, so it didn't give the MOT tester any excuse to find something silly on it. You know what MOT testers like? They all of a sudden have a very bad day if it looks tatty. So what I did was I went over the bonnet and the wings with 1500 grit paper, give them a good polish, and they've come up quite nicely. It took me 3 days to do it, but yeah, again, the paint job on the front was only temporary, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much, but it is something that's in the pipeline to be done at some point. So the next question you're probably asking is where do we go here with the channel now that the car's done? Well, I do have another project car coming in. I have already got it. I've just got to sort out transportation, and I've just got to make sure this car behaves itself for the next couple of weeks, and make sure I'm just confident enough. I mean, I'm only doing really short journeys in it at the moment, just to make sure that it's behaving as it should. Gearbox is all behaving lovely. I'm barely feeling any gear changes at all. There's no nasty clunks, like I said, apart from that odd little rattle from the anti-roll bar linkage, but it's expected on this car. You know, there's nothing much we can do about it. So, I mean, in total now, I've probably done just under 80 miles in it since it's been on the road. I mean, it went in I think five days ago at the time of filming. So I've only just sort of been breaking it in gently. You know, there's been no foot flat messing around or anything like that. Driving this car now, knowing how much work I've put into it, and just how nice it is to drive sedately, I don't see the point in putting my foot flat everywhere in it. It is a lazy car, I must admit, but it's silent, it holds the road really well, you barely feel a bump in the road, and it's just genuinely a nice car to drive. Like, you know, I've driven Range Rovers, I've driven the new BMW 7 Series, I've driven so many cars, I've lost count of what I've driven. And so far, nothing I've driven seems to drive as nice as this. And this car, even though, yeah, it's alright, it's still a bit tatty around the edges, what do you expect for a 21-year-old car? But people still stop and stare at it. And earlier on, when I was filming the outside of this car and taking some photos up on the moors, people were coming up asking questions about it and just saying, well, what a nice car. It's not you don't see many of these around, and they were asking whether it's the 740 or the 750, and you know, they take a look around it and they see that it's only done 121,000 miles, and they're like, wow. And obviously I give them the quick backstory to it, and they're amazed. They're absolutely amazed, and you know, it puts a smile on my face to know that, yes, I'm driving around in what most people would consider nowadays a bit of old crap, but it's my bit of old crap, and I'm happy with it. More than happy. Every single time I drive it and look at it, since having its MOT done and everything, I've just got a big smile on my face knowing I can go out in it and not having to sit there and look at it on the driveway feeling depressed that it's there. Just know that all my hard work has all been paid off, and I'm back in the 7 Series. Now, one thing I will say, I ran the maths a while ago. because I wanted to sort of bring myself up to speed on just how much I've spent on this car, including buying it. Now, I bought the car back in February 2017 for 1,500 quid. Not bad. And I didn't spend a penny on it up until July, which was obviously when the accident occurred. So, the front end rebuild, all the front end, plus chrome line, side skirts and a few other little bits, cost me all in all about 250 quid. I already had the Style 32 wheels, so they've cost me nothing, exception of tyres when I come in to do them. And windscreen was about 260 quid. Other little miscellaneous parts, i.e. service bits, you know, the odd tool I've had to buy to fix it. And obviously I bought in a donor car, which was 750 quid, but I had the insurance payout from the accident, which worked out to just over 800 quid. So, technically speaking, this car really, after buying it, has cost me less than 800 quid to fix. That's bearing in mind that I've changed all 4 doors. All the complete front end has been changed. It's been painted, alright, not very good. The interior's been changed. Catalytic converters have been taken from the donor car. There's so much that I got out of that donor car that the insurance money paid for that car. So essentially, I just got a load of free bits. Bits that, alright, I didn't need to get it through its MOT or whatever, but you know, if you're going to spend 2 years building a car, you want it to look right. Alright, I've still got the faults, like this window doesn't open, and I still get the odd little palaver with the lock here and there. Like, you know, I'm having to keep screwdrivers in my door pocket just in case this door handle decides it's going to let go, so I can fix it there on the spot. You know, little things like that. Like I said, it's a 21-year-old car. It's going to have its little quirks, and thankfully so far, touch wood, there's going to be none of that. Not too many of them. And nothing that I can't deal with myself, as long as somebody doesn't bury their car into the front of me again. So, yes, that's going to be the end of this series for this car. Like I said, unless something else crops up that is unexpected. And I'll keep you posted on what's going on with the little ticking noise from the engine. I will put a video of it and making the little clicking noise. And maybe some of you guys in the comments might be able to tell me what is wrong with it. Hopefully it's not a lot, because I could do without that. So essentially really that I've built this, including buying it, almost to the way I want it. You know, I've built it to an original clean base. You know, there's no real modifications on it apart from a facelift front end, but it's all been rebuilt using OEM parts, and I'm happy with the way it is, more than happy. So the mods will start at some point, but at the moment I still want to get all of the mechanicals refreshed on it. You know, I still want to do all the new arms, new brakes, basically just a road legal project that I'm just switching brand new bits onto. I am going to road trip it at some point. Obviously, once I'm a bit more confident that it's gonna behave itself. I mean, so far it's looking good, but yeah, I've only done 80 odd miles, so I'm not holding out 110% hope, but hopefully we should be fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video, but before I do, I'm going to let you see a little video from the passenger point of view of driving off the moors. And thanks for watching. I will keep you up posted on my Facebook page, Scrap Savers. And the second that new project comes in, you'll be the first to know. So give us a like, subscribe, and I shall see you very soon.